Hi guys, welcome back to Caris Unveiled. I'm joined today by my partner, who?
Hello.
The topic of conversation today is going to be on anxiety, specifically my experience with anxiety, how it affects me on a day-to-day basis, and stuff like that. So we thought who could ask me questions like we normally do in the house anyway. We have loads of conversations about anxiety, well, just
everything and anything.
Yeah. So we're gonna try and just be chill and have a conversation. Hope you enjoy, and if you can relate, great. But yeah, let's get into it. What have you got to ask me today, here?
Yeah. I don't. We obviously have a lot of in-depth conversations, and anxiety comes up
a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say every now and again, but yeah.
For me, it's every day.
Pretty much.
I suffer every day.
So it'd be good to get it out there, I guess, and try and learn something about anxiety, because Kara suffers quite a lot with it on various degrees.
Embarrassing amount.
Yeah, I've been trying to understand her world then.
Because it's kind of new to you, and being with someone with anxiety.
Yeah, so everyone has anxiety. When you go for a job interview, you might be worried. Getting on an aeroplane, I guess that's anxiety. It's worrying about the future, and usually in a bad light. But obviously there are people such as yourself where it's just in overdrive. It's like turbo mode anxiety.
Yeah.
And for me, it's been a very big learning curve, and I'm trying to understand how your mind works, how anxiety works on the level that you have it, to try and be a supportive partner rather than get frustrated. So yeah, let's get into that, I guess. So,
well, are we gonna get to the nitty-gritty stuff?
No, I don't know. It's basic questions. Yeah, where do you think this whole thing started? Was there an event, like a traumatic event, or was it just something you've always had?
I don't know. I think I would say it's something I've always had, because I've always suffered with like anxiety in small forms or like large. A therapist would probably say it's from something that happened in my childhood, but I can't remember anything like something massive happening like when I was a child.
Yeah.
The only event that probably happened was my mum and dad got a divorce, but I was too young.
How old was you?
I think I was like 3 or 4.
Yeah, so
like I can't like remember it really, so I don't know why that would even affect it.
Yeah, but it could still have affected you at that time, but not on the level of understanding, because like you said, you was only 3. But it might not just be one event. It could be a series of events that have occurred, which, you know, it builds on top. So it starts off with a little worry, and then after a few like traumatic events happening, it you know, compounds into full-blown anxiety. Then,
well, that's probably what's happened. As you know, I've had a lot of like traumatic events happen.
Yeah.
Growing up, so maybe I had like a teeny tiny bit of anxiety, and then it was like something else happened, so it like just snowballed.
Yeah, topping it up all the time.
Yeah, and now I'm a mess.
No, you're not.
I'm not that bad, but I don't know, like,
yeah, it gets to you quite a lot sometimes.
Yeah. Like, it could be the simplest of tasks, like shopping, innit? Like, I get overwhelmed and I feel like I need to run and get out of the problem, even though there's nothing happening, like, there's no...
But in here, you're imagining a scenario perhaps unfolding.
Yeah.
And then you need to escape. But we're just walking around and everything's chill.
but it's not in you.
Yeah.
Like today, or lately, and I've been telling you about. So I'm a dog walker. I walk dogs, and my anxiety plays up a little bit in places where I'm like far away from my house, or far away from my car or van. So if I'm too far away, it works in like the further away I am, the more unsafe I am, and if something happens, I can't get back in time. So like today, for instance, I was out walking a dog and I was on my way back to the van after the walk. But this particular dog likes to stop and sniff other dogs, but like he will dig his nails in and like you can't move him for a bit basically. So I started getting a bit like, oh, right, okay. And then for some reason in my brain, it's like something is stopping me from like leaving. Like this happens like shopping or whatever. If there's a queue, a big one for me, it used to be, was traffic.
Yeah, I remember.
And I had therapy for that, and it was embarrassing.
That was the traffic lights, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember when you first told me about it, I was like, oh, are you serious?
yeah,
But I
for
didn't.
me,
I didn't understand
yeah,
anxiety on that level at that point.
yeah,
But obviously, you went to therapy for that,
yeah,
and now I understand. Okay, it sounds silly to me, and it probably sounds silly to a lot of people. Some of the things that Keris can say about anxiety, I'm like, what the hell? But it's very real in your mind, you know. It's a fear, isn't it? And that is scary. So it can be anything. It can be something stupid like the traffic lights, or the dog sticking his heels into the floor,
and I can't move. I panic.
And most people would be like, that's nothing, but
yeah,
that's your reality, and you can't dispute that.
No, because like the thing with the traffic lights was, it's the feeling of being trapped, stuck, when in reality I'm not trapped or stuck. I could just get out of the car and like leave, you know, like I'm not stuck, you know, like I have all the power to leave. But I think it was like, I can't go forward and I can't go backwards. I can't spin around. I can't go back to where I came from because I'm in a traffic jam, you know, the lights are red.
Yeah.
For like safety reasons, obviously, you know, so I should be thinking in my head, oh, it's okay, you know, it's so I don't crash. But when I had therapy, she basically like unraveled it all and was like, from a young age, it's the fact of being like trapped in things or environments and situations that I have no control over, and I don't like not being in control of things.
Yeah.
So she said the traffic light is a good thing for that, because I was stuck and I can't go anywhere, so the control is out of my hands.
Yeah.
And I panic. So like if I can't do things on my terms now, I panic. And I guess this is the thing with flying, because I got a fear of flying, obviously. It's like I'm stuck up there, I'm trapped in this little thing. I can't just open the door and leave because I would kill everyone, or I get arrested. I'd probably be dead. But yeah, like it's, for me, the big thing with my anxiety is being stuck, but then I'm my own worst enemy, because I'll bring on panic attacks by thinking about them. And that happens a lot.
That was the frustrating part for me, was learning that you cause a lot of the anxiety yourself by going in that feedback loop. And I was like, well, just stop thinking that way. But obviously, this is something that's ingrained into your mind. It's your thought pattern that you've had for a long time.
Like a long time, like early teens.
Now that you are aware that you do that, it's still not easy to break that.
No.
And so on top of your anxiety, am I right in saying that you get frustrated as well, because you kind of know, well, I've made this worse by thinking. Yeah, so you get the anxiety, then you're like, okay, calm down. Oh no, but what if this happens? And then you go round in circles, and then you understand that I'm making this worse. I'm going to have a panic attack.
and then I get angry at myself because I end up having a panic attack because I brought it on.
Yeah.
Whereas
Oh my god, it sounds like a nightmare.
if I didn't think about it, I mean, I probably would have been fine. Like, I might have been a bit, oh, okay.
Just a worry.
Yeah.
Rather than a full blown.
Yeah. But then, even if I don't panic, when I used to panic, I'll start panicking about, I'm not panicking, and I feel like something's wrong, and I'm not having a panic attack,
Oh god.
which then brings on a panic attack. So I feel like there's no way out for me. And I feel like I need other people to relate to feel like I'm not so alone. Like, there's other people going through the same thing and have been for all their lives or whatever, a long period of time. How do you manage, or how have you pulled yourself out of that rut of, you suffer with panic attacks, but you bring them on yourself, and then even when you're not having a panic attack, you end up having a panic attack because you're worrying about not having a panic attack. Honestly, it's exhausting.
It must be.
But like, it doesn't happen every day. Like, it all depends on my mood. Like, I don't know, I'm guessing like sleep, diet, or exercise all plays effect into it. Like, it's not every day, but every day I feel anxious over something. Like, it could just be eating. Like, I randomly get anxious over eating, or it could be at night. It could be if like you said something to me and it's like triggered. It could be something I've seen on, online, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
Basically anything that ever happens on the planet.
It sounds insane, but I know there's other people out there that suffer with anxiety.
Yeah.
Some probably worse.
But probably,
Like, some, I've seen some people actually send themselves to the hospital because they're now worried about a panic attack. Thank God I'm not that bad, but a couple of years ago, I was having a panic attack in bed, and I was getting the pain in my chest, and I was worrying then, because I was having a panic attack. I was like, what if I end up having a heart attack? I'm in pain, I need to phone the ambulance.
So I bet you made the panic attack even worse then.
So it felt like a possible heart attack. I don't know what that feels like, but
Yeah.
similar to a panic attack, I guess. Like, you're sweating, what's this? Your pulse. Yeah, but I haven't done that yet. I'm trying to work on it. It's something I've been trying to work on for a long time. Like I said, early teens, I've known I've suffered with anxiety, but I've always been a weird child, and like, my family will always say this, like, I'm the black sheep. Like, I never liked going out for meals, I never liked being in the car, I never liked going abroad. Like, there's always been something there, but I think I'm just a home bird. Like, I just don't like doing things with other people, like crowds. That's another one, isn't it? Like, like,
But so all of these examples though, do they come back to the no control thing? Is that a pattern there? Like the traffic lights, you felt like you had no control of the situation. You're in an aeroplane, again, you have no control. Or bus or train, you mentioned. When you're driving the car, it's not so bad because you're in control.
Yeah. But if there's traffic, that's when I get like a bit anxious because I'm like, oh, and you get stuck.
We've been on the motorway, and Keris is not a big fan of the motorway. You will go on there.
Yeah,
but again, because it's a straight road and there's nowhere to really stop
or turn around,
she feels she has no control. If there was a car crash or traffic jam, we are literally stuck there. There's no pavements for her to get up and walk. So yeah, I'm just wondering if it is like a lack of control, because anxiety at its core is a fear of the future and what could happen.
Yeah.
So if you have no control over what could happen, is that a pattern that's bringing it on, I wonder?
I do wonder, but then this goes back to your first question of, like, do I know what brought this on?
Yeah,
I don't. Like, I don't remember a specific thing.
It's probably a few things then.
Yeah, it's probably events of trauma.
Time.
But like, the anxiety has gone and like come back. I remember it went for a bit when I left like comprehensive school and I was in college. It was just gone. Like I can't remember feeling anxious.
Well, at all, no.
No.
Eating, you used to catch the bus to college as well.
Yeah. But then I don't know, like nothing major happened from like college up. Maybe like shitty little relationships or something might make me anxious or something. But then no, like I generally think I was fine until I think it was I think it was COVID.
COVID?
Yeah, like I feel like the whole, again, being stuck, not in control, like you were stuck in the house, wasn't you? You couldn't go places.
Workhouse, that was it.
Yeah, like all stuff like that. I think that brought back some feelings of anxiety. And then my friend died, I think it was 2022, and that brought up like a lot. Like,
yeah,
I was in therapy straight away. I was off work. I was going to quit my job
because she was quite young.
Yeah, and that obviously it was upsetting.
Yeah, it's upsetting, but when she's young and you're young, it's kind of frightening. You know, when people my age pass away, I'm like, oh, you know, you think about your own health then. So yeah, if you was having anxiety during COVID and then that happened, that's obviously gonna add on top.
Yeah, but I do think it all comes down to control, because if I think about it, like I wasn't in control of her situation.
Yeah,
she passed, so I couldn't have done anything to help, you know, all this stuff. So I feel like it might be a control thing.
Possibly.
Like, yeah, and if I'm not in control, I do get a bit like let me do it, la, la, la.
Yeah, I'm not saying Karis is controlling, but
not in like a toxic way.
No.
It's
there are times I've noticed where you are like, right, we need to do this in this specific way, and I'm like, no, it's chill, we can no, here we need to, and I'm like, oh, okay, where's this coming from? But yes, it's nothing major, it's not a toxic trait or anything, but you can see it is there.
But then, like, I read and I've heard people with anxiety try to control everything.
Yeah. So everything goes right.
Yeah, it goes right.
Which is totally understandable.
But then, not all the time, things will go right. Like, say I plan a route that's not on the M4 and we go up and down, you know, somewhere.
Yeah.
There might be like a crash on the road I've taken us, and then I will panic. Like, you know, like I can't prepare for everything.
No.
So like obviously I've got to do a lot of work on this. I'm trying to be a peaceful person, but like I said, I am my own worst nightmare, and my head overtakes that.
Yeah, it is hard because every single day in your life there's going to be something, whether it's little or big, that's going to set off your anxiety. It's
shit.
You're not going to have a week off or a month off to have a breather. You know, things will crop up that you don't even expect.
Like, unless I stay in the house, but then being in the house for too long makes me anxious because I feel like I'm stuck.
Can't win.
No, I don't know. I feel like, I hope I'm going to end up growing out of it or doing something that'll make me be like, right.
I don't think you're going to grow out of it. I think you're going to do some work, but you need the right people to tell you the right things, I suppose, the knowledge. It's like that feedback loop thing you were saying earlier on, where you make it worse. It sounds simple. Well, just stop it when, stop thinking that thought process when it's occurring, and boom, right, you're sorted, yeah? But obviously, that's not an easy thing to do.
And I think, because I have tried doing that, like trying to catch it and whatever, I feel like the sensations are scary as well, like the heart rate, the feeling in your stomach, you start sweating, you're short of breath.
Yeah.
And then, all right, I've like gone, okay, it's fine, I'm safe, but then my body's in complete like adrenaline mode, like run, go, and I'm like, bloody hell, you know, I don't know. So I think the sensations don't help.
No, I didn't think of that actually.
I might have actually been like, okay, caught it, it's fine. And I'm trying to calm myself down, but then I'm worrying about, is my heart rate going to go too high?
Yeah.
Or am I going to end up fainting? Or, I don't know, it's exhausting.
Any tips on
to make me normal?
There's no such thing as normal, you're fine.
Well,
any tips on how
suffering.
any tips on how to stop that feedback loop or manage the heart rate and the butterflies and everything?
Yeah.
You know, it's good to get lots of information, as much information from different people, because I don't think it's one size fits all.
No,
there's no one cure, so to speak.
Like, if any of you suffer or have suffered with anxiety, doesn't matter if it's something small or you think is like silly or embarrassing, just comment, tell me, because I'm pretty sure I've had it, or I'm going through it, or I can relate.
No doubt.
Just like probably a lot of people can relate to my stuff, like shopping, public transport, you know, maybe the fear of being stuck somewhere, traffic. Like I'm pretty sure it's not just me. Like it can't be just me. I know I said other people.
Oh no, definitely. I mean, we all have worries.
But I feel like
yours,
I take it too far. Then.
Yeah.
But I find it weird because if I have to do something, like I have no other choice, I'll do it and I'll be fine.
Yeah, but that's something you said today actually, and we've talked about this before. When Keris is with me, and I'm her safety blanket or however you want to say it, she can still have a panic attack. When she's on her own and she has nobody to fall back on, that's when you do pull your socks up and get yourself through it, which is kind of makes sense and kind of doesn't, because I'm there or somebody you trust is with you. Like
today, I told you, I was out walking and I lost my phone. And I could have choked. And my phone is like, I don't know, what is it, like my lifeline, I guess. Like, so if I have a panic attack and I'm out, I can like, hey ho, like I'm on a panic attack, can you help me, or can someone come and like grab me or whatever.
You normally FaceTime, don't you? If something's not right, you FaceTime.
But losing my phone, I was like, oh my god, like I got 2 dogs here now, so I can't like panic and like run around or whatever. I'm in this big field. Where did I lose my phone? So I started to panic, but I was like, hang on, Keris, you can't have a panic attack because you've got no one to phone for help. So that instantly turned off the panic attack and was like, just focus on the phone. And I felt fine. Like I didn't have a panic attack because I knew if I was going to have one, there's no one to help me. I could call for someone across the field, but I don't want to do that. So I was just like, nope, we're not in a panic attack today because I haven't got that phone to phone family or friends or someone. Which is mad. Like I can turn it off in situations where I have no other choice but to do the thing.
Which to me is kind of backwards, you know. I think if I was on my own in a bad situation, I would have a panic attack because I got nobody there to help.
But I feel like I have to be strong for myself.
Yeah, which is good.
And that gives me some strength.
If you just do that every time, fine, keyword, done.
But it's mad because, like, surely if I'm with you, I feel more safe and be like, oh, it's fine. Like, I don't need a panic attack.
Yeah. So how did you feel once you found the phone, though? Was your body calm?
I just laughed. Like, I was like, oh, there it is. Thank God, you know, I found my phone. Time to go home now.
Just normal response, basically, then. Yeah,
but then, like, afterwards, I did have a thought of, like, I didn't have a panic attack. What's wrong? I was like, no, just stop now. Like, I'm on the way home. I'm going to be fine.
See, you are learning, you are growing, you are getting this slowly.
Yeah.
But I know you can get quite upset some days with it.
Yeah.
Like you just say to me, I've had enough of this now. Because it's a battle, isn't it? And it gets exhausting day in, day out.
Mhm.
And you're trying to heal, you're trying to fight this all the time. And I can imagine it gets very tiring.
And obviously anxiety and worrying constantly comes with this, what's the word? Comes with this, is it consequences? Am I saying the right thing?
I don't know.
It comes with
Maybe.
it comes with the aftermath. There we are.
The aftermath.
So like all of my lymph
you mean
nodes are up. That's
You'll
right,
have
isn't it?
physical.
Yeah, like I'll be ill, I'll be run down. I suffer with glandular fever, so being stressed makes that worse, and I have all lumps in my neck. Or I'll just feel physically drained, sick, I'm aching for no reason, and head, like it comes with the aftermath, like shaking. Yeah, it's not nice. But
Here you are.
yeah, and I feel like because I suffered with anxiety for so long now, to me it's just it's a normal thing. Like it's my everyday life. Like I don't know who I would be without it. And I feel like that's a sad thing to say, but I don't know who I would be without the anxiety.
I guess you would be the person in between the bouts of anxiety, the chilled out
And
Iris.
I would be scared to do things, and I'd be like, heck yeah, I'm gonna go on a plane and not even worry about being stuck.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that we've talked about doing and never kind of got around to doing.
Yeah, because
Because
of me.
you're like, oh yeah, that sounds wicked. And then when it comes to it, it's like, no, I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
And it must be frustrating for you because you want to do that thing, but there's a part of your mind going, no, you don't, because this could happen.
Yeah.
So I think this is the year, though, that maybe you're going to start to break that down.
Fingers crossed.
You'll be fine. You'll do it.
Yeah.
Baby steps, whatever it takes.
Mm-hmm.
Build some confidence up. But yeah, it must be frustrating just all round. You're tired, you're feeling shit. You're not doing the things that you would like to do out in the world.
But like I was saying, when I need to do something, I will do it, and my anxiety will like go back for a bit. Like the only thing I can give an example of is when my mum was in hospital. Now I'm scared of hospitals. I don't like lifts or like high buildings. Is that it? Yeah. So I walked all the way up the stairs, and she was like on, I think it was a 7th or 8th floor, right? And I remember it took me about 5 goes going up. And I started having a panic attack, and I walked back down.
Gosh.
I was going up. Nope, I can't do it up. And then I'd get up like on the 6th floor, and she's on the 7th, and I was like, I can't do it. So I'd run back downstairs, and I go, I've got to do this. Like, my mum is ill.
You have to be there.
She is waiting there for me. So I was like, right, I got to do it. So, like, I eventually get there, like, maybe with a bit of anxiety at first. Like, can I do it? Go up a couple of steps, breathe, go back down. Okay, I'm safe. Go back up. Like, yeah. But, yeah, like, I feel like I was strong in that time.
Yeah.
Especially when I had to like make choices and decisions and stuff when my mum died. But like I did that. I got through that.
But it's crazy how you do these things, right? And you would think, oh, right, okay, I can do it.
Yeah.
Gives you a bit of a confidence boost. But then something else comes around and you just go straight back down to like back to zero.
Yeah, it's not so easy. Like you think, okay, I was fine doing this last week. So
technically, yeah, I should be fine.
I should be fine today, but it doesn't work like that. I think you got to do it a few times.
Probably quite a few times.
Yeah, to be like, okay, you're safe.
Yeah.
But in that few times, if you end up having a panic attack, it's going to set you back again. See, do you get me?
Yeah.
I think that's what happens to me. Like, I'll be fine for like a week or two doing that thing or activity. And then if I have a panic attack or start like feeling a bit anxious, then I feel like I go backwards again, and then I go do it all again, and I've never got to the end. But yeah, anxiety it's a sad thing really, because it stops people from living their full potential, I think, and living a happy life. You know, like I would like to go to places like, I don't know, I've always wanted to go abroad, right? Somewhere further than Spain. But I know I'll never do that, or in this mindset, because I'm terrified of flying.
Yeah.
And if I was to go to Australia, say, that's a long flight, blah, 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 how would I do that? Because I won't eat on the plane, because I'm too anxious to eat. So I wouldn't survive the plane. I'd be knackered, tired.
Well,
I'd be panicking the entire journey.
You'd panic on the motorway to the airport. You would panic.
I don't even want to go.
In the airport. You'd panic on the plane. By the time you get there, you'd probably check into hospital and you'd be a mess at this present time.
Exactly. But then you say that there's stuff for it that the doctors can give me.
Yeah.
But then I'm too anxious to take that.
Yeah. Like calming medicine.
Yeah.
But I mean, you don't take tablets either, do you?
I don't like tablets.
You take the tablets that go in water and dissolve.
Yeah. Dissolvable Panadol, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Panadol. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's my anxiety, and it's shit, and I've suffered with it for a long time. But I've had a lot of traumatic events, like child, teenage, adult years. Like I'm 25 now, so I'm an adult, young adult. I've had a lot of, really like gut wrenching shit happen.
Yeah.
So no wonder I am the way I am. Like once you learn about me in these talks, then you'd be like, she's fucked.
You can't say that about yourself.
Yeah, anxiety, hopefully, for me and you and many other people, there is a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
I think there is, but we gotta have faith in ourselves and actually help ourselves by doing things we don't want to do.
Yeah.
Like exposure therapy, apparently that's supposed to be really good.
Yeah.
But it's getting the balls to put yourself in that situation,
Okay.
knowing you might have a panic attack.
Yeah.
At least you've done it.
And I think it's good to remember that healing and dealing with this kind of thing isn't a straight, easy path.
No.
You'll have really good days and you feel good that you've accomplished something, and then you'll have a bad day or a bad week. But it's okay, you've just got to keep going.
Yeah.
And keep fighting through.
Yeah. And don't let anxiety rule your life, like it currently is for me.
Yeah. So any tips?
Tips and tricks.
Even tips for partners who have to deal with that anxiety.
Yeah. That's
Send them
really.
over, please.
Because like, I couldn't imagine being the partner. Like, you love life, right? Okay, so this is what I get from you. You want to travel, you enjoy going on the motorway, like you enjoyed life, you enjoy going on seeing new things, and like the unknown. He loves the unknown. I don't like the unknown.
That's your worst fear, isn't it?
I hate the unknown. Like I panic about the unknown. He loves getting lost. No, I don't. So in that way we are opposite, but it works.
Yeah, we're doing fine.
So like I can imagine being the partner that wants to go for, I don't know, a hike, but my partner's terrified and is scared and doesn't like to walk so far and blah blah blah, or I want to take him somewhere nice, but I know that he'll have a panic attack on the way, or and like sometimes spontaneous things I don't like because I'm like no, like like
Yeah.
I have to plan it.
Yeah.
And plan the route and plan what time. Is it going to be rush hour? Have I ate? La la la.
I think.
So I feel like, I do feel for you. Because it must be hard. And some days, I don't want to get deep into this, but some days I would, anyway, second guess the relationship in a way of like, I don't want to put up with this, you know.
No, I've never thought like that. It's been a learning curve and I'm still learning. I've got used to some of the little ways you've got, and like spontaneous trips, they don't happen. You know,
Some trips don't even happen at all.
I like to plan surprises, but I can't really do that. But that's okay. You know, it's not the end of the world. There's a lot to compromise in our relationship in that way, I guess. And we both want it to work, so we team up, you know, as best as we can.
Yeah. Like sometimes we plan something and then on the day it's like, no, I can't do that today, I'm really anxious.
Yeah.
And then I do see in his little face like disappointment, and I'm like, oh, I feel so shit, I feel like a shitty partner. And then I feel bad, you know, and guilt.
Yeah. I hate it when you feel like that though.
Yeah,
I try and reassure you that
but I can't help but feel like that.
it's not the end of the world.
Because I do understand that this is your life as well, and I can't hold you back.
Oh, this is getting awful deep.
No, but it is so, isn't it? Like I was saying, if it was the other way round,
You would have ditched me.
no. But the thought would be there if you was, say, I really wanted to do something, like it's been a massive, lifelong goal of mine, and you're like, no, I could never do it, I can't do it, I'd be like, fuck.
Yeah,
Like,
but we do things.
I don't want to hold you back basically from your life,
Yeah.
so I would understand if you were to leave me.
Bloody hell.
No, you know, yeah, we are going off on like a bit of a
Sidetrack.
breakup.
Sidetrack.
But yeah, like I know it's hard being with me and I get upset over it because I can't imagine being with me, to be honest. But I know I'm a good partner in other ways. Like, okay, I have anxiety and I can't do a lot of things right now because I'm dealing with it. And I'm also dealing with grief and fucking loads of stuff on top of that. But I know I'm a good partner in other ways. Like, I'm thoughtful, I'm loving. Like, I would love to be with me because I am a good partner. It's just the anxiety bit,
But we can work on it together as a team, and hopefully I can help.
And I need to do the inner work as well myself.
Yeah.
Because you can help me as much as possible, but if I'm not going to help myself, or if I'm not ready, then it's not going to happen.
Yeah. Just be as supportive as I can and understanding.
Yeah, anxiety. Yeah. But yeah.
Boom.
Have you ever suffered with anxiety?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Yeah, all the time.
But not to the
Not
extent
to your
that I
extent.
have it.
I don't have it as bad as I used to, because I don't know, maybe I'm just building confidence up.
Yeah.
And
you're old.
Terrible.
Age gap couple.
Where's that breakup conversation going? But I think there's only certain things now that give me anxiety, but yeah, not to the level that you have it.
No. So talking about your anxiety would be boring then.
Probably, yeah.
Just be like, oh yeah, I get anxious when
it's just the
I'm
usual.
talking on stage.
Yeah, it's just I've never done that. I would never do that.
Or like school,
anxiety.
like, you know, in school when you get called up to go on stage or
stand
read
up
your
and what's your
homework out.
name, where you from, and oh my god. Yeah, anyway, I'm all good.
Oh, that's lovely, you know. Be nice to not worry.
I got my own things going on, it's fine. We can swap them for a week if you want.
But I've also got my own things going on top of the anxiety.
Oh god, it's a competition now, guys.
That's what's draining.
Anyway.
Yeah. That's it then.
Yeah, share your comments, advice, your stories if you're struggling.
Advice would be nice.
We're not professionals. I don't know if we can help you in any way, but it'd be good to hear your story and you've heard Karis's. And yeah, cool.
Yeah, don't forget to give a like because it helps, and if you comment it helps the algorithm. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for listening to my shitty anxiety talk.
Look after yourselves.
Bye.
Bye.